There we go. For recording purposes, if I can get each of your names, please.
I'm Nick McDonald.
And
I'm Ryan McDonald.
you guys are part of what group?
The Honest Star Collective.
And the name of the new single of the upcoming album is?
I've Got You.
Let's do this. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Guys, first, thank you so much for doing this interview with me, especially because here we are in Ottawa. This is Juno weekend, the biggest music event that you're going to have anywhere around the world. But of course, we're celebrating Canadians. You guys are part of this first. How does it feel being down here, man?
It's excellent. It's excellent. Like, coming to the Junos.
Almost speechless.
Almost. Honestly, like we've applied for Juno Fest a couple times, like about 2 times in the last couple years, and this is the first time getting it. And we actually get to headline our own showcase this year, so it's wonderful.
That is so cool. Look, for folks who don't know, because they know about the awards and everything else, what is Juno Fest?
So Juno Fest is like a 2-day festival that leads up to the Juno Awards on Sunday. So on the Friday night and the Saturday night, a whole bunch of bars down in Ottawa, like in the market and all around downtown, are having live bands. So it's like really crazy. You know, you can buy. There's just bands going from like 7 o'clock till 1 in the morning.
So in other words, I got something to do tonight because I got to be there to watch you guys perform. I think you guys are on like 1 o'clock as we're talking.
Yeah, 1 p.m. at the Dominion Tavern.
1 a.m.
1 a.m., yeah, sorry.
No.
It's been a long drive. It's a long drive getting here.
And it's a blur, man, but it's great to have you guys here because you guys are celebrating. You guys have a new single, right?
Yeah, we got a new single called I've Got You. We did a little teaser video for it up on Facebook, but it should be coming out in the next couple weeks.
Fantastic. Well, look, let's talk about how this whole thing came together, and we should thank your parents because you guys are brothers.
Yeah, definitely true. Yeah, definitely thank our parents for making this happen.
But the music side to things, though, I mean, first off, what was it like growing up? And like with you guys, were you guys like with my brothers, there's love and there's always like, yeah, man, just some of those days.
Well, yeah, we're only 22 months apart, so we really grew up and we kind of bonded as like really great friends. There was a period of time, probably like the mid to late teens, where we just hated each other, and then about 18 years old, like we got back into the sync of things and have just been like best friends ever since.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I gotta get. You were giggly when he said that, though, man.
It was like, as the puberty transition, you know, as that kind of came to a close, as he went through it, and then I was kind of behind it. So for a while, he was like this tall, and I was this tall, and then we kind of paired up, and then it settled down a bit. We got cool again.
Yeah.
But cool was the music, man. When did you guys start developing the sound and the love of music? Where did that all start to come from?
Well, we started in high school, like playing in different bands and stuff. And then the band that I was in, we needed a guitar player. So I said, well, my younger brother plays guitar. So we brought him in. And then we started writing, we started working. And then that band broke up. I moved here to Ottawa, actually, and went to college for audio engineering. And then started to learn how to write real songs. And when it came time to want to put them together, I was like, I gotta call my brother. And so he started playing bass on those tracks that I sent him some Pro Tools sessions back to Thunder Bay, and the rest is history. I moved back home and we started the band and we got the rest of our friends together, and
there you go.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Brotherly love. It brought you guys back together again. But you guys have an unusual name, though, man. Where did that come from?
Well, that's like a better question for him. He started it by himself. So
Okay, you want to answer it?
I'll answer that one.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw Bruce Springsteen in the E Street Band here in Ottawa, and it was just he had 16 of his like best friends up there in the band playing with him that night, and I just said I want that, you know. So it all kind of started with the idea that I couldn't get like a full band to like a full concrete lineup to tour with me. So it was like if I call it, you know, a collective where it's like a group of musicians that just come together every once in a while, then it'll work. But then I started the band and everybody really loved it. So yeah, and we got the set lineup probably within a year, I guess, and a year or two, and a couple of member changes. But everybody who's here is here now and here for good.
Because this started, what, 2013?
Yeah. Yeah, 2013. He just got back from Ottawa from school, and we put the gang together. And ever since then, yeah, it's been going good.
You know, I had a chance to listen to some of the music, but I'm going to ask you, though, what would you describe the sound as? Always tough to ask a musician, man.
Yeah, that's the toughest question, because I like to just tell people that we're a rock band, because it's sneaker wearing, jean jacket wearing, beer drinking,
blue collar rock and roll, you know?
a little edgier, but sometimes a little poppier, sometimes a little harder, but generally we're a rock band.
And that's all that matters, man. Did you guys do Canadian Music Week?
We did it. We've done it the last 2 years. We're doing it this year again, so we're really excited to be back down in Toronto in 2 weeks from now.
What was that like, man, to perform down at Canadian Music Week? Because for me, I mean, Toronto home, and I've done CMW for, God, maybe about 20 years now.
It's incredible. Like it's just kind of like this, right? You know, you have all the bars for a whole week, just live music, and you can't really beat that. That's the best way to hear music, you know? Going out and seeing it live and seeing a group of dudes actually play songs, you know? Or, sorry, not just dudes, but girls and, you know, everybody just play music, you know? Just watching people play music.
And that is the cool thing, man. And, of course, you were mentioning, well, you guys have a new single out. Talk a little bit about it, please, and what it's about.
I've Got You. It's a, it's kind of a sad track.
You know what? I love the fact you always got that, yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah. It's, Ryan wrote the track. Well, musically it all came together. All of us, we all, gave our own input. But lyrically, the concept is kind of about.
It's just really about caring. Letting somebody know that you have them, like you've got them when they're going through a tough time. Somebody I cared about was going through a really tough time at that point in her life, and that song was kind of written about that time period.
What is, because you guys are also working on an album, what's the album going to sound like? What can we expect from that?
The album's going to sound, for whoever hears this or watches the video, if they've checked out our old stuff, it's going to be in line with that, but just the next level. Just everything cranked up to 11.
You know what, man? Look, I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys tonight because just for the fact that we talked for like 7 minutes, I feel like, man, coming to a show or hanging out with you guys just for a beer, man, it's a good time with you guys.
Oh, it always is. Well, drinking with Thunder Bay Boys is like drinking with nobody else, man. Like that's just how it is. We can hold our liquor like no other.
Look, we talked about Juno Fest. We talked about CMW. What else is going to happen the rest of the year for 2017 for you guys?
We have a tour coming up very soon. It's we've just announced, but it's linked up with CMW. So we leave the 17th. The dates run through mid-May. So 17th of April through mid-May, and then we are just recording and demoing, and it's nonstop, just nonstop working on the new album.
Okay, look. Usually when I wrap this up, I always ask for like advice for for folks who are trying to follow their dreams because you guys are doing it old school. But here's the question I'm going to ask you guys: when you have brothers that don't get along, what advice can you give them to somehow find that common ground? Because you guys did.
Just be nice to each other, like just respect one another. I don't know. It's so weird to me when I see my friends and they're like, "Man, you're friends with your brother," and I'm like, "Yeah, he's my best friend," and they're like, "I hate my brother," and I go, "Why?" "Because he's a dick," and you're like, "So ask him why." Just being honest and open lines of communication. That's how you just maintain relationships with anybody. So,
do you agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree.
I love it. Okay, website, Twitter, social media, all that stuff, so we can follow you guys throughout 2017 and beyond.
Yeah, Facebook.com/The Honest Heart Collective.
At Honest Heart Co. on pretty much everything. www.honestheart.co is our website. So yeah, anything. Spotify, that's the big one. We're going to try to push that. So.
All right. Well, look, guys, thanks a lot. Thanks for the new music. And do we have any idea when we think that album's going to be out? Any idea, maybe?
It's going to be fall. Sometime in the fall.
All right, so then that means we got to redo this interview again in the fall so we can talk about the full album, correct?
Sounds great to us.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rudy. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.